Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All praise be unto Yahweh Bashem
Shem
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Bashem
Baruch
Dash. Babylon is the apostle, great millstone. Shalom to the elect, right? And once again, it's a post-camp lesson based off a discussion the brother and myself had on the way to camp about the phrase Anathema, Maranatha. Before we get into anything else, you could just go ahead and pull it right up.
It's the meaning and theme of Maranatha. Is a Hebrew means Bible, and the theme of Maranatha found in 1 Corinthians chapter 16 and 22 is a phrase that combines the Greek word anathema, meaning accused or devoted to destruction,
And this nigga here just standing in the middle of the road like a fucking asshole.
devoted to
Anathema,
destruction.
Maranatha to that dude.
Word.
See me here and he just purposely saying that's the type of shit you see in Harlem, bro. But
Along with the Aramaic phrase Maranatha, meaning our Lord comes or come Lord. The phrase essentially means accuse the Lord is coming,
a curse.
accursed.
Are you good? Yeah. Yep. A curse. But it say, oh, you can't curse and da da da. But Anathema Maranatha is a curse on somebody.
That somebody has that to say to you because that's a strong phrase. It's small, it's two words, but hey, that's damnation. That's cursing somebody, condemning somebody, shunning somebody.
It says, like you said, bro, it says severe condemnation. A severe condemnation. And basically, it's also like an excommunication. You had this one individual in London claiming to be in the truth, and he said he didn't want to get it. He didn't want to be in a camp because he'll get close to brothers, and if somebody get kicked out, he'll get in his feelings about it and want to still reach out. But if somebody's in the theme of Maranatha, you know, basically if they're out of order and the Lord spews them out, which you can get kicked out of the camp and still be of the elect and still push. But when you really look at what the scripture's saying, matter of fact, Baba Kushah, if we can pull it up, we'll get some more details on who does Anathema Maranatha apply to.
Back into it.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 16 and 22, Baba Kushah. And as we said, it's just so much comprehended in a few words. That's the beautiful thing about Anathema Maranatha. So if somebody it ain't right, or there's no reason to do it back and forth, because that's kind of where we got into this conversation too about family or people that just like they resisting the truth, they resisting the Lord. Just tell them in the theme of Maranatha. It's that simple, or you don't have to tell them directly. You just tell it. You cast that upon them. The
First thing
spirit
they gonna
upon them.
ask is what that mean.
Right. Exactly. They're not even gonna know what it means. Which look it up. You got Google. You look up how to get your weave done. You look up the best weave spot in town, right? You look up where to get your nails done. You know where the blunt spot is at, right? So look up in the theme of Maranatha, nigga. You got it.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 22. It reads, if any man love not the Lord, Yahweh Shai, let him be anathema Maranatha. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
Yep. Baba Kushah. Matter of fact, that was it. That was it. Yeah, that was the end of the chapter, right? So yeah, if any man love not, how about Shem Shai? So if you don't love the Lord, and hey, one way to love the Lord is to love the brethren as well. So you could say people think they can go around us to get to the Lord. You can go around the apostles, the elders, and the brothers to get to the Lord. Like, well, fuck y'all, but I'm still there. The Lord is still with me. No, we the representatives of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh on earth, man. That's not according to our will. That's according to his will. He set us up to be his servants. So if you don't want to consent to the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, you don't want to be in order, you don't want to get with this truth, man. You know, you can't go directly, you can't go around us to get to the Lord, man. All right? You got to be in order. If you don't love his body, how can you love him? Because he said that that basically, I'm paraphrasing, but in the scriptures it says that these are the members of his body. The elect is the members of those, so they're a part of him. So it's not like I can say I hate your arm, but I love you. Nah, my arm is a part of me. Fuck your hand, I'll cut it off, but I love you. Nah, that don't make no damn sense. So if you don't want to get down with this, man, Anathema Maranatha.
That's right.
All right. You got
Instruction to you, and the Lord is coming. You know, we keep it pushing. We don't even really argue with y'all. As soon as we get the sign that uh, adhering or listening to this word, it's a spidey sense that goes off in us, man. We already know that you're not trying to hear this. The only thing that you're trying to do is find a way to interject your disagreement, or you to interject your way of trying to make your point valid. Those point is valid. Ain't no need to argue. So we just say, Tina, and if you don't understand what that means, yeah, but for the most part, you find out what it means. You realize that you're being put in person.
that's like our version of Hakuna Matata.
Right.
What a wonderful phrase.
Right.
And the theme of Maranatha is a wonderful phrase to us, man.
Especially was saying that we saying is well, we saying it's not true. Goes into the instance that I had the other week. My daughter getting upset with me for telling her how it was wrong.
Right.
She like, oh, y'all don't have the right to judge. Uh, I see how the Israelites talk and that. I wish I would have realized I could have said that to her then. I would have hit her with that. Search on what it means. Sometimes if you see things, still go with that because uh, you're cursed instruction. Lord is coming. They'll say, well, what does that mean?
Yep.
That means that the judgment that was given onto you, when the Lord comes, it ain't going to be nothing nice. That's worse than calling a person an MF or
Yep.
a bitch.
Yep. There's worse things than dropping the F bomb.
Right.
Say fuck you. Or you could say Anathema Maranatha. Which one is worse? Anathema Maranatha is worse. No, I had bitches that I'm fucking with and they'll say fuck you. But they
Right.
still gonna do what they do. You know? They still gonna open their legs and deal with you. But
That's right.
you know, they wanna play hard to get or whatever, you know? And that ain't acceptable. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you an example
How
of
minor it is to
the
somebody.
minor it is to somebody to say
You
it. They can
cursed
still
and
fuck
the
with you
Lord
and be
is
like,
coming.
man, fuck you. But if you tell somebody Anathema Maranatha, that's the Lord, you are set apart to destruction. Another definition of anathema is basically set up, or like something that's set aside for judgment. Like when you have a sacrificial animal that was set aside, it's doomed, right? Or in Isaiah, when it mentions the blood of and kidneys of rams, you people are those sacrificial animals that's set apart for the great doom of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. The brother Yar on Shalom. Yeah, so get Bible shot get. I want 16 and 17, but also if you could get the definition of curse, so we could define exactly what that is.
Well, I'll get that real quick.
But you got something? Go ahead, bro.
When the Lord does have you as doom, mark of death, so to speak, when he comes, he said in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 26, I also, well, I'm taking from 25, have set at naught all my counsel, everything that he had to teach you in the Bible, said not to it. Right? And he said, with none of my reproof, right? With none of his rebuke and his reproof, right? He said, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when when your fear cometh. Right? So that's when the Lord comes, this is how he coming to those that are cursed or evil. Right? So when he comes, that's what he's coming at. Being cruel and with his wrath. Right? So
Right, bro. That's right.
when we was in camp today, we saw a person walking by with the sodomite spirit on them, right? And he just had pride spirit, like tell that it's in their walk, it's in their spirit. Like how you can smell a female with her perfume, you can smell the scent of the sodomy. Right? You don't even, it's the invisible scent, like they ain't got no smell to it, but
Aura.
it's like a aura that repels your spirit. So we all looked at him, privately smirked and laughed at him. That's how the Lord gonna be laughing at you when you get, the missile or something. However your judgment is set up in the day of your judgment.
That's it, bro. And just to show you how cold the Lord is with these judgments, man. This dude, we literally was reading the verse from Proverbs, the first chapter, about eating the fruit of your own way. This sodomite Mo had a fruit in his hand and he took a bite. As soon as we was reading that part,
Exactly.
not a few feet up the street, as soon as he walked by, the spirit had us reading, eat the fruit of their own device. And he was eating a fruit, an apple in his left hand. I remember he had it in his left hand. Yes, we probably in a bad area. Did you hear that? Did you hear the whole what I just said?
Breaking up.
Yeah, probably because the signal is not good. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Proverbs, brother, sodomite is walking by eating a damn fruit. You were speaking of the first way, you eat the fruit of your own device. And that's like pretty much the Lord edifying us. The scriptures always bring some type of proof to what we saying to be true. Because it's wicked to be a sodomite, and he's eating the fruit of his wickedness. Because as him being walked in Anathema, we wasn't bringing it out because of that topic, but the spirit of what we were going to bring out was on us to be building Proverbs 127 and 28.
Yeah.
But yeah, these scriptures is like living waters, man. They become actual events that's unfolding right in front of you.
Yep. Right. Yep. It was a fruit eating a fruit, like you said.
Yeah,
Having this fruit. And yeah, man, you could tell from the dude's whole demeanor he was a Mo. You know? He just didn't have a manly aura at all. He was just a bati boy. You
right.
know, and
It's
that's
unnatural. That
yep.
sodomite spirit has to go. That's why he made it important to put it in his commandments to teach us that man shouldn't lay with the man like how he would with women or dress like a woman. And dress is the same as having the mannerisms or think like a woman. But in order for you to dress like a woman, that means you're thinking like a woman. So the Lord is teaching us these things. Like I said, it's a defense of wickedness. Right? When you learn out the Bible, you learning how to combat wickedness. You don't need a gun or a knife to fight the spiritual principalities in high places. But that's not going to save you. The Lord gave you out a sword, so anything that you got, His sword is 10 times greater. Right? So don't even think about it on the carnal level, because that ain't going to happen. Y'all can get all of revolting y'all want to do. Lord gonna judge y'all with, oh, like, yo, y'all thought that this was the answer and y'all didn't believe in me. So this is what y'all judgment gonna be. A lot of y'all gonna be straight to the slaughter.
Yep. Good, bro. You got word for curse, or you have something else? Yep. Set apart. So there's two ways to be set apart. Set apart on the right hand. That's where the Lord said, "I will, separate the sheep and the goats." All right. So we praying and hoping to be in the sheep category of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right. But the ghost, so there's you're gonna be set apart in one way or another. All right. If you set apart for the Lord's glory, which is coming, the salvation, or you set apart for the destruction, which is also a part of his glory. Either way you go, your life is gonna serve to glorify the Lord one way or another, whether you be destroyed or whether the Lord have mercy on you and deliver you. So might as well get with it and repent so that you could be preserved in that day.
From two marks that you get, a mark of salvation or a mark of destruction.
You can hold that. Matter of fact, I got my sword up.
Taking that tip and you getting that mark of destruction.
Yep.
That's why I call it the mark of the beast. The beast is going to devour you once you get it. Or the Lord going to devour you. Yep. And he's going to use his sword, which is Esau, to devour you. This is the first definition of a curse.
Under a curse.
Under a curse.
As a matter of fact, look at the example that they put.
The angel of death walks this accursed house.
Man, that's cold-blooded. The angel of death walks this cursed house. That's our people. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab my sword from the trunk. Just speak on it.
All right. And, definition 2 is used to express strong dislike of or anger towards someone or something. So the Lord he expressing his light towards the accursed, man, or expressing his anger towards somebody or something, mainly somebody. All right. But the cursed house is speaking of a house that's under a curse, not the house itself, like the building. No, the people of that house. You know?
Yep. I got a precept to go with that.
Right.
Proverbs 21:16. You could break it down. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right. So, when you go off the path of the Most High, that's you going into the land of the dead, man. All right. You're in the valley of the dry bones. Dry bones is a dead body, skeleton, right? When you lose when you lose the spirit of the Lord, or He takes His spirit away from you, you feel dead. You walk in this world amongst the dead. You are walking dead, living in this world, not believing in the Most High and His words. You don't stand on nothing. And all these people that's out here that's dealing with the dead, dealing with the walking dead, which is this world. You got that spirit when you come across them. The first two words that come out their mouth, they ain't talking about, something that is pertaining to salvation. You really disinterested. You come with the spirit like, oh, that's what y'all talking about. We don't even want to be around it. Yesterday was the 4th of July. You know what kind of conversations was going on in those cookouts. Diddy, all type of dumb shit.
Pass me the pork chop.
Yeah. They was cooking right underneath my window right there, in the grass. I had to deal with that. Man, I turned my TV all the way up, watching the elders, the apostles. This was kind of mentality I'm on. All right. But you know, I couldn't drown out the fireworks, but I definitely was drowning out that wicked conversation. You know, and now people like to use the big speaker to bump things, sound, they music and all that. Man, you wouldn't even imagine what kind of songs was coming out while I'm trying to listen to the elders. Just like last week when we was at camp, what kind of songs was coming out while they was having a parade, pride, not a parade, but what they call a block party.
Yep.
We ended camp, thankful that we was able to push and door through it and finish camp, but we ran out of there, man. That's what you call in the theme of Maranatha, man. Those are people right there because in order for you to be proud of something, which the Lord consider pride is the step before destruction, all right? In order for you to be proud of something, you being wicked right there. So in order for you to be proud to be a sodomite, is even worse. You're proud to be a sinner.
Right, bro.
So
Did you see? There's another definition I want to get for curse. It's not a curse.
I typed up a curse.
Yeah, just when you look
Just
at
click
it,
curse
yeah, or you could just click curse because it says the word
right
curse.
there.
Yeah, and it might come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, now read that one, Bible.
Curse, a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy. She put a curse. The example they use is she put a curse on him. Supernatural power. And the most high is the supernatural power.
Yep. Because they do it on the left hand, like going into it, they do it on the left hand. They'll try to get their spirit guide or voodoo priest and bullshit. But really, the only way, hey, proud to be an American, like the brother said. But yeah, that's all that pride, man. But we're actually, it's a solemn utterance to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and every other God that they call on is all bullshit. There's only one true God. So people will say, well, you can't curse, and they'll get offended about words, but Anathema Maranatha is the ultimate curse.
That's right.
To say, yo, you're set apart for judgment and the Lord is coming to get you.
Right.
You see? So I got this for you right here. And it says invoking a supernatural power. That's to say, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna put it to my God to do it. That's actually an act of humility. Because sometimes Jacob gets you so mad, you want to put hands on him, you want to do something, but we know we're not carnal men, we're spiritual men. So the most spiritual thing to do is to say, Anathema Maranatha, Lord, and the theme of Maranatha to you, how and we sending that up upon these people. Oh, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, make it happen. I got another one for you. Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, man. That's that mark of salvation, man. We out here sighing and crying. Even if we not out here on the highways and byways, we could be in our house and just be frustrated and hating the way that this world is going and the people of this world, man. But that mark is going to be put on our heads because we the men that obey the Lord, right, or fear the Lord. Both we obey and we fear, all right. And the whole, like I said, is two marks. Which one do you want? You want the mark of salvation or the mark of destruction? Because every time you say we, when speaking of America, you marking yourself with the mark of destruction, man. Because America is destroyed. So when you're saying we, you are joining yourself with America, man. You're not enjoying. You're not joining. You're not connecting yourself to the Most High. All right.
Yep, that's right, bro. That's right. It's either you on one side or the other.
Hey, Miss, you dropped your drink, your juice. It rolled over in the curb. Well, you see this burgundy car right there. All right.
I thought that was an empty bottle. See, yeah, look, these brothers got compassion for you. We be trying to help Jake
But
out.
they say we hateful.
Yeah, we hateful, right?
And that's the sodomite. Ain't that something?
Yep,
Because
that's
I know her,
crazy.
she's my neighbor. I didn't recognize her because my vision is kind of
Yep.
messed up right now. But I probably wouldn't have if I'd have known it was her.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm just doing it simply because she Jake.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? But I don't got no love for y'all, man.
Yep,
Y'all wicked. I'm not gonna enjoy myself with y'all.
yep.
But y'all enjoying y'all out here. Everybody talking about a cookout for 4th of July. Jake was enslaved during that time, man.
Hmm.
1776, man. Y'all was fighting a war, even though y'all was saying that to gain y'all freedom. No, y'all was forced to fight. And some of them was a trick with saying, yeah, if you fight, you gain your freedom. But you was mainly forced to fight, man. And they tricked you, all right? Because they said, yeah, you'll be free, but when you get out, you still was a damn slave, man. You was treated with hatred, man. So I don't use the word us or we when referring to America, all right? But that's not us. This is not our rest, all right? And y'all, and this, like I said, this place is a curse. So, like I said, someone or something, the country America is accursed.
Hmm.
And if you join yourself along with America, you are accursed. And when you love what's going on, or you don't want this world to go in a direction it's going, which is Babylon going down the drain, guess what? You want this kingdom to continue.
Yep.
All right. This place it has to be done away with, bro. That's not bad.
Nah, nah, bro, you good. That's all the spirit, man. Yeah, you can't serve the most high amendment, like Yahweh Shah, like our Lord Yahweh Shah said. So you serve in this place, this is the capitalist society. That's what you serving. Gain. They think gain is godliness. These are all the things, American values. You can't have American values and serve the Lord. Ultimately, you can't, because American values is gluttony, wickedness. So yeah, like the brother said, and the theme of Maranatha to Babylon. That's a whole nother lesson we could get into.
That's right.
This is, we was kind of mainly focusing on an individual, but now that the Lord opened up the topic to where, and the theme of Maranatha to this whole current world setup, man.
Right. Goes both ways for someone and something.
Yep.
And this place is something. All
Hmm.
right. This is modern day Babylon, and it has a stench onto it that uh, risen to the heavens, man. Where the Lord said that her sins, her fornication has reached the heavens. Her wickedness has reached the heavens, man. The level, like when somebody got a rap sheet, get it. Her rap sheet is all the way to the heavens, man.
Right.
The Lord got a judgment that if when they read the accounts of all the things, every deed that America has done from the time it was, how should I say, how it was established till now, even though the Lord going to destroy this place in in a minute, an hour, they got thousands of accounts that makes their rap sheet drop down to the damn floor, man. So he got too much anger in his heart for this place and these people who run this place, who the kings of this place. They got their hands in every country of the world. That's why the whole world is going to be judged, man. Because their virus has infected all the people of all the world, man. But the main place that's going to be destroyed, which is a curse, is Babylon.
Yep.
All right. Once Babylon is gone, the kingdom, this system is going to be destroyed. It's going to have to be renewed. Right.
Right, Doc. Right. I got one for you right now. Just to continue on this, Ezekiel 9:5, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Yeah, bro, you got
That's
it.
right. That's right. From the time of beginning of time with the prophets, man, the Lord said, "Do not come against the men of his time. Of his following, man. All right. Those people gonna be protected, man. And we come out here to give y'all warning so we can try to bring y'all into the fold as well. All right. But we ultimately fishing for the elect. Because the elect is gonna hear this word. And they gonna be marked. They've been marked, but to come into the fold is a part of the process of what we out here waiting for. The Lord said for the elect's sake. Right. So we got a assignment to gather the elect. All right. That mark is going for the elect, right?
Yep. That's exemption from judgment. The name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah on your spirit constantly, you calling on the Lord's name. That's that exemption from judgment. But for the rest of you, slay utterly young and old. Everybody could get it. See, that's what you people gonna find out, man. The Lord is not PC. The Lord don't gotta fit into your little box of what you think is right and wrong, because the Most High is the creator of everything, man. All right. He's the one who created and made a differentiation between right and wrong, righteousness and wickedness, man. All right. So he can take out young and old, man, maids and little children. That means that, listen, if you're not of the elect, you're not gonna make it. The Anathema Maranatha unto you.
That's right. And this thing of ours, the elect is scattered amongst all four corners of the globe, man. So every place that's gonna be affected by judgment is gonna have a remnant that's gonna be spared, right?
Right.
Because the whole earth is a curse. This whole system is a curse with the wickedness of Esau and his rule.
Yep.
Right? The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. He didn't say just America, the whole earth. Because even though America runs every damn thing or got their hands in everywhere, all right, this place still has to go. And America is the main reason that it has to go, but everywhere is going to be affected by the law of judgment, right? And the
Sure.
Lord's going to spare his people on everywhere you see in the earth. I'm going to go to Joel 3:1, starting from verse 1. Behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, all right, during this time of our trouble, or throughout the time of the Lord leaving, in the beginning of time, we've been going through our curses, all right? When he brought us here, this is another form of our curse, our punishment, all right? But it's not eternal. It's not something that's going to last forever. When Esau gets judged, it's a forever curse, right? But reading on, I will also, in verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's World War III, man. All right. Where everybody's going to see this is where it's starting from. All right. And when World War III break out, everybody's going to be affected by it. World War III is affected by what? Thermonuclear destruction. All right. Reading on, it says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. All right, that's what judgment is about, man, to bring about the kingdom, the new system, the kingdom of heaven. Right. So this is for Israel's sake that he's doing this, right? Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right. So this is what I'm saying. Even though all nations is going to be affected by this, it's to spare Israel. Right. So, and that the way he's going to spare Israel is with that mark of salvation, and the mark of salvation is granted to the elect. Right. So this whole place is a curse, but the eternal curse, which is forever, is Babylon being destroyed forever, man. All right.
Good, bro. That's it. Yeah. So hey, beautifully said, man. And the theme of Maranatha to the wicked.
That's right.
To everybody that is not with you, how about Shemi Al Shai at the end of the day. So you got anything else or yeah, so we could close it out right on that. Lord's will was edifying, right? Continue to strive and continue to fight the good fight of faith. right, so all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Dash. Shalom to the next one.